welcome to our YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. Today, let us solve PYQs related to English literature. This is the first question. Who was the writer of a sketch of Anglo-Indian literature? Was it M.K. Nayak, Shimala Narayan, E.F. Otten, or K.R. Srinivasan Iyer? So what should be the right answer? C is the right answer. We have Edward F. Otten, who has written this work, a sketch of Anglo-Indian literature. Let us go forward and read another question. Which of the following two plays have been written by Arthur Miller? इनमें से कौन से ऐसे works हैं जो आर्थर मिलर ने लिखे हैं? They Two Arise, The Real Thing, Some Kind of Love Story, Tiny Alice, The Crying of Lot 49. So which of these plays, which two plays are written by Arthur Miller? So They Two Arise is a play by Arthur Miller. The Real Thing is a work that is written by Tom Stoppard. ये टॉम स्टोपार्ड का वर्क है, तो ये आर्थर मिलर का नहीं है. जहां पे भी बी है, you can strike it out. Then Some Kind of Love Story is also a play written by Arthur Miller. So we have our right answer. A becomes the right answer. But who has written Tiny Alice? Can any one of you tell me who has written Tiny Alice? It is Edward Albee, who has written the work Tiny Alice. It is a work that talks about religion, church के बारे में बहुत बात है, plus money. The Crying of Lot 49 is by Pynchon. ये किसका work है? Thomas Pynchon का work. This is a novel basically, not even a play. Okay? So Edward Albee का work है Tiny Alice, an important work, and The Crying of Lot 49, Thomas Pynchon का. Let us go forward. A becomes the right answer. Okay? Then, who among the following has observed in the pamphlet titled Plays Confuted in 5 Actions? It is a work, it is a pamphlet that is coming out in 1582. 1582 में ये work आता है, and there is this line as well. I may boldly say it because I have seen it that body comedies in Latin, French, Italian and Spanish have been thoroughly ransacked to furnish the playhouses in London. Is it Ben Jonson, George, or is it Stephen Gossin, or is it George Farooq who has written this work? So, what should be the right answer? C is the right answer. We have Stephen Gossin who has written this work. And this is a pamphlet that you should remember. It is a pamphlet written by him, coming out and published in 1582. Which of the following books were published in the year 1791? 1791 में आने वाली works बताने हमें. Adam Smith, The Wealth of Nations. James Boswell, The Life of Samuel Johnson. Johnson's Dictionary of English Literature, of English Language. Then we have Edmund Brooks, Thoughts on the Cause of the Present Discontent. Thomas Paine's work है, ये वाला कौन सा है इनका work? The Rights of Man, an important work. इनमें से कौन से ऐसे वर्क्स हैं जो 1791 में पब्लिश होते हैं? तो पता होना चाहिए हमें दैट एडम स्मिथ का जो वर्क है ये कब आता है? अराउंड 1776 आता है. ओके, बॉस्वेल का वर्क कब आता है? 1791 में. देन वी हैव डिक्शनरी कब आती है? 1755 के अंदर आता है. देन वी हैव we have Brooks' works, that is Thoughts on the Cause of the Present Discontents. This is a work जो 1770 के पास आता है, 1770. And we have Thomas Paine's work, The Rights of Man. This again was published in 1791. ये कब आता है? 1791. So what should be the right answer? We have B and E as the right answer, and this is the option B. Yes, okay. Then which of the following books is not written by Raymond Williams? Raymond Williams का work नहीं है इनमें से कौन सा? Keywords, Culture and Society, Culture and Imperialism, and The Country and the City. So we should know the right answer, that definitely Keywords, Culture and Society, and The Country and the City, those सबसे important works है Raymond Williams के. You should also know the dates, the publishing dates of these works. If you know, please comment down below. And कल्चर एंड इंपीरियलिज्म किसका वर्क है? कल्चर एंड इंपीरियलिज्म वर्क है एडवर्ड सईद का. वी हैव एडवर्ड सईद जो ये वर्क पब्लिश करते हैं. सो ये वर्क उनका नहीं है, ये वर्क रेमंड विलियम्स का नहीं है, सी होना चाहिए राइट आंसर. ओके, देन व्हिच अमंग द फॉलोइंग वाज नॉट रिटन बाय थॉमस कायल. थॉमस कायल का वर्क नहीं है इनमें से. साइंस ऑफ द प्रेजेंट टाइम, साटर इज साटर्स, द स्टोन्स ऑफ वेनिस, द स्टोरी ऑफ जॉन स्टर्लिंग. Which of these works is not written by Kyle? So it is the Stone of Venice that is not by him. Why? Because ये work है रस्किन का. जॉन रस्किन एस्थेटिसिज्म के साथ एसोसिएटेड है. जॉन रस्किन ने ये वर्ड लिखा है, बल्कि थॉमस ने नहीं लिखा है. And according to Stuart Hall, which of these is generally accepted to be true to culture studies as it was practiced by the University of Birmingham in the UK? It sought to strengthen the barrier between high culture and low culture. It sought to privilege the study of the text at the cost of context. It could accommodate the study of the lives of the working class people. It sought to promote reading based on social political context. It was essentially apolitical. So what should be the right answer? C and D are the statements that are true. C and D बिल्कुल ट्रू है. लेट अस सी किस तरीके से बाकी स्टेटमेंट्स गलत है. It sought to strengthen the barrier between high culture and low culture. A statement that is blatantly false. It is actually bringing these two things together. अब हाई कल्चर और लो कल्चर में कम ही ज्यादा डिफरेंस नहीं रहा था, कम डिफरेंस हो गया था बिकॉज ऑफ मीडिया. किसकी वजह से? बिकॉज ऑफ मीडिया. देन ये स्टेटमेंट गलत हो गई है. It sought to privilege the study of text at the cost of context. No. This is something that formalist people were saying on, or the close reading was saying about this. But ये सच नहीं है culture studies के लिए, because for culture study, the context, the culture where you are writing the things and reading the things are also important. It's like a way of life. Then it could accommodate the study of the lives of working class people. Absolutely true. In fact, we have Stuart Hall, we have Marshall McLuhan, all of them are talking about the working class people and their life. So C is true. It sought to promote the writings or the readings that are there based on the social and the political context. Yes, they are talking about culture, they are talking about power dynamics, the political situations के बारे में बात होती है, but they are not apolitical because they are political. So E statement is also wrong, right? So we have C and D as the right statement. B answer सही. Which poems are not being composed by Adrian Rich? Adrian Rich की poems नहीं है इनमें से कोई. Driving into the Wreck, Transcendental Etude, Snapshots Snapshots of a Daughter-in-Law, The Applicant, Ripples on the Surface. So this is again an easy question. We all know कि ये जो D option है, ये definitely Adrian Rich ने नहीं लिखा है. Okay, so ये किसने लिखा है? ये वर्क लिखा है सिल्विया प्लैथ ने. ये सिल्विया प्लैथ का वर्क है और हमें देखना है कि कौन सा वर्क उन्होंने नहीं लिखा. डी उन्होंने नहीं लिखा है और डी एक ही ऑप्शन में है. सो दिस बिकम्स द राइट आंसर. डी एंड ई उनके वर्क्स नहीं है. इफ यू डू नॉट नो इट, आज पता लग गया है हमें, यू कैन कंपाइल दिस इन योर नोट्स. Which two plays of Anton Chivok made creative use of Shakespeare's Hamlet? शेक्सपियर के हैमलेट का यूज करके चिवॉक ने कौन से वर्क्स लिखे हैं? A Marriage Proposal, Three Sisters, The Cherry Orchid, Uncle Vanya, or The Seagull. So the right answer is B and E. B and E. Three Sisters and The Seagull जो वर्क्स हैं उनको किधर से कैसे उन्होंने लिखा है? यूज किया है उन्होंने शेक्सपियर के हैमलेट का. Then another very easy question but a scoring one because this was something that you should know and बहुत सा factual भी नहीं है. Sharan Kumar Limbale argues that Dalit literature is unique because this brings out the Dalit reality which is liminal in time and space. This is true. They are talking about the problematic situations, time, space की वजह से वो कितने ज़्यादा haphazard situation में है. ये तो true है. This has unique historical and ideological concerns. They do talk about history. So most of the writings related to Dalit literature are autobiographical. And what are they doing? They say that they are talking and they are telling their own story. His story. अपनी कहानी वो खुद बताना चाहते हैं. That is why they are autobiographical in nature. So they are talking about the historical context, history, and also the power dynamics, the political, the ideological concerns. Why are they still doubly marginalized? वो doubly marginalized है. And women triply marginalized है. तो ये भी ट्रू हो गया है. This offers literary and cultural representations of marginalized and disposed people. Yes, they are marginalized. आउटस्कर्ट्स में रहने वाले लोगों की बात होती है. तो A, B, C बिल्कुल सही है अभी तक. Let us read the other options also. This brings out narratives and discourses of pity. No, definitely not. वो pitiful नहीं होते, वो अपनी real life experiences के बारे में बात करते हैं. तो real life के बारे में अगर कोई बात कर रहा है तो it will be very rude. ये क्या हो सकते हैं? ये रूड होते हैं बस थोड़े, और ज्यादा इनके अंदर कोई ऐसी बात नहीं होती है, क्योंकि बिकॉज दे आर टॉकिंग अबाउट देयर ओन लाइफ, दे डू नॉट वांट टू ग्लोरीफाई इट, दे आर टॉकिंग फ्रॉम द इनसाइड पर्सपेक्टिव. इट यूजेस disrespectful and offensive language towards revered figures. No, they are just rude. As I told you, बहुत coarse language use करते हैं, the language that they use to talk, because they are not that educated. So वो अपनी ही dialect में बोलते हैं. That is why it looks that they are disrespectful, but they aren't. Okay. So this means A बिल्कुल सही है. Right. Let us go forward. Which of the following statements and concepts are relevant for understanding of postmodernism? Postmodernism क्या होता है सबको पता होना चाहिए. It's an important, it is a very important theory और बहुत बार पेपर में आती है. Postmodernism and postcolonialism are mutually dependent in responding to colonial experiences. Postmodernism का कोई point ही नहीं है colonial experiences के साथ. It is postcolonialism that does talk about it. So this statement is definitely wrong. A तो बिल्कुल गलत हो गया. Lyotard argues that postmodern condition is characterized by deeply felt skepticism about meta-narratives. That is true because he said that there are piteth narratives. क्या है? हमारे पास piteth narratives हैं and they are more important than the large narratives. तो वो grand narratives, meta narratives को मना करते हैं और बोलते हैं we should go after the piteth narratives, the small narratives that are there. Edward Said has been instrumental in the postmodern theory. No. He is instrumental in post-colonialism, but not in postmodernism. Jean Baudrillard's work Simulacra and Simulation is a seminal postmodern text. Yes, he is talking about hyper-reality. किसके बारे में बात करते हैं? Hyper-reality, simulation, simulacra. The things that appear to be true. कुछ fake चीज भी अब हमें true लगती है. जैसे हमारी WhatsApp की DPs can be used. We are using filters now, and that is not the truth. But we still perceive it as truth. So it's like an hyper reality. He gives an example of Disneyland, also says that Gulf War never happened because we saw the war because of media. What if media was lying, right? Then we have Frederick Jameson, who argued that parody has been replaced by pastiche. That is also true. Pastiche, intertextuality, these are the things that are very important when it comes to postmodernism. Who coined the term intertextuality? Who coined it? Julia Kristeva said that yes, we are using one text and then we are creating another text using the other text. Hypertext, hypotext, ये सब चीजों के बारे में उन्होंने बात करी है. Okay, so what should be the right answer? So we have B, D and E that are true. B, D and E because Edward Said ने बात नहीं करी है पोस्ट कलोनियलिज्म के बारे में, बात करी है पोस्ट मॉडर्न थ्योरी के बारे में नहीं बात करी है. Okay. So this was it. This was the last question. I hope you liked it. I hope you knew the answers. If not, then you can, add these things in your notes. If you have any doubts, you can ask me that in the comment section and I'll surely reply to you. Have a wonderful day and enjoy. Thank you.